What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Joey365 with another episode of Real African Stars. Um, yeah. We got a great show for you today. Before we get started, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Real African Stars. Follow us on Instagram at Real African Stars Podcast, as well as Real Joey365. Yeah, we got a great show for you today, man. Why is marriage and dating so complex in 2025? We're going to answer those questions and get into it. You already know I don't like to waste time. I like to get straight into the content. But before we do, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about the video. And yeah, let's get started. This first clip that we're going to review is a housewife. I guess she said she's being a housewife. She said the dream of being a housewife wasn't enough, so she left her provider husband. Let's watch the video. Let's see what she had to say and give our comments on the back end. Let's get into it. This is the clip. Let's get into it.
A quote unquote housewife where he did everything financially. I hated that shit.
Why?
Because I'm not not saying that I'm not gonna clean and cook, but that's not what the fuck I want to do. Like, that's not what makes me happy. So yeah, if you at home and staying at home with the kids, that's what makes you happy, then all for it. But me, no, I want to go out there. I want to work. I want to hustle. I want to see how much I can bring in. Let me see if my nigga make $200K a year. I want to match. Like, you gotta meet me. Like, let me come where you at, or bring me to where you're at. Like, how can I be where my nigga at?
Yeah, there you have it. You see what she had to say, and
I've been married.
If you're gonna expect if I'm gonna go out there and work, and you're gonna go out there and work, the problem is, are you going to contribute to the bills? A lot of times you see women that say that they want to work, they can't be a housewife, but what are you willing to contribute to the household in other areas? So where the problem normally comes from is a lot of women want to work, but they want to keep their money for themselves. So are you going to contribute to the household in another way? Because if I'm working, making $200K, and you're at home, which everybody would love to have a housewife or whatever. Not everybody, but most men would love to be able to provide for their household and have a woman be provided for. But if you're not willing to be receptive to that lifestyle, what other way can you contribute to the family? In this particular instance, yeah, you see a woman that wants to work, but is she willing to contribute some of that money to the household? Because guess what? Now that you're not in the house, somebody else is raising your kids. It is what it is. If the kid is being raised by the daycare system, somebody else is raising your kids. So how other is she willing to spend some of her money that she's gonna make from working towards the household? That's the big question. So it sounds good. You want to work, but are you willing to contribute? And we see in a lot of instances that a lot of women say that they're not willing to contribute some of their income to the house, and that's where you get pushback from men. Yeah. That was interesting. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people have an issue with that. So let us know what you think in the comments. Leave a comment. Let us know. Do you think women should contribute if they're going to work in the household? If they're going to work and contribute to the house, should women be expected to contribute to the household if they decide that they want to work? Let us know in the comments what you think, and yeah, let's move on to the next one. All right, this next one is a little bit of controversial. Because this black man says he prefers white women. They are more womanly than black women. This is from the Kendra G show. Shout out to Kendra G. Uh, let's take a look at that clip and give our feedback. Yeah, let's take a look at that clip and give our feedback.
In North Cyprus, and it's about 5:30. And I'll prefer someone who's a little bit, a little bit big boobs, big butt, stuff like that. I'll prefer white women if that's possible.
Why do you want a white woman?
Because I kind of feel like that's my type. I've dated black girls before, but I kind of feel like this. That's my type for my experience. Don't get me wrong. I've dated black women before, but I've also dated
What's the
white women.
difference? So, give in your experience, what's the difference with when you were dating white women versus black women?
I kind of feel that white women they're more womanly, if you know what I mean. They're more. I don't want to put this like this, so people are gonna take it differently. But I kind of, from my experience, I kind of feel like the good ones that I've been with do not, the good ones that I've been with, they have a good, better heart. They understand uh, uh, life more. They're more compassionate and they're more caring compared to sex. But it's not my place to like judge people, but that's just my experience. A lot of people have their own experiences, but that's just my frank experience.
So, what was your experience with black women?
It was cool. I would say it was cool, but I kind of feel like it was more. They have a little bit of masculinity in them. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like this is not all, but most who don't know that in their subconscious just generally have those characteristics. But in time when you get to understand certain things about yourself and get to improve yourself, get better. But I kind of feel like they have a little bit more masculinity in them. And I'm kind of like a man, and I prefer somebody that's a little bit more softer and more you feel more womanly than you know. So most white people got this stuff together. Well, due to the society, the serious ones, not but most of the serious ones, they've got the shit together already. So yeah,
You said most white women got their shit together?
well, from my experience, the ones that I've been with, they have most of them. They just have. Well, I mean, got their shit together, not like have everything, but I would say the average, from my experience, the average white person, the way they live, it's not even compared to the average black person. They generally have mostly everything, but they act like they don't have they don't have anything. They generally, the ones that I've been with, the most of the ones that I've been with, they generally have everything, but they just like they feel like they don't.
Yeah.
So this is a real controversial topic. There's a lot of nuances behind this subject. Uh, you do hear that a lot from men who date white women that black women are masculine. Um, from my experience, I've I can't I've I've experienced my fair share of this, but this comes from troubled single family backgrounds where the women are the head of the household, so they have to take on that masculine role. So that's all they know. So, like I said, this is a complex conversation. I can go on and on, but I guess his preference is his preference. You can't really knock somebody on their preference. He obviously, but just know that he obviously, I don't want to call it self hate, but he obviously doesn't like inter his interactions. He obviously hasn't had good interactions with black women, so this is why he has the perspective that he has. But for me, I prefer black women. It's just something that comes with territory. Dealing with, I've experienced masculine and feminine black women, but he I don't know what kind of circles he runs around, but I guess it's where your environment. He's suffering from his environment. So most of the time, have I encountered the masculine black women? Yeah. I have. It just comes with the territory, um, because of the dynamics of black relations in America. A lot of black women have taken on feminism, and feminism teaches you to be hard, be strong, be like a man. So that's probably where he's coming from. But his preference is his preference. You can't really knock him on that. So it is what it is. Hopefully he finds what he's looking for. Looking at the Shannon Sharp situation, I'd be a little careful going into that side of the fence. But hey, that's you. That's him. Uh, Hopefully he finds what he's looking for. Let's move on to the next topic. We have a woman that says she's looking for somebody who's financially stable, likes Dior, Chanel, and likes to travel. Let's watch the video, listen to what she had to say, and give our feedback. Let's get into it.
Okay.
Thank you. I work on it.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
No kids. No.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
No.
And what do you do for a living?
Lawyer.
Oh, wow. What kind of lawyer?
Corporate law.
Wow. We got Crystal, Ohio, 37, Aries, no kids, never married, corporate lawyer.
What type of man you looking for?
Okay. You have to be financially stable because I don't want you coming in like ruining what I already have. Like I like to travel, I like to shop, I like Chanel, I like Dior. So you can't mess what I already have up. Come in and add to it.
What about Coach?
No, we ain't.
Oh, shit.
Okay, you started off with a lot of material things. This is an expensive bill, so how much money does this man have to make just to date you?
See, I don't like to put a number on it.
Chanel, Dior, you like to travel. Chanel alone is like, on a low end, Chanel is $5K on a low end.
Right, okay, he doesn't have to buy it for me, no.
So why bring it up? Yeah.
Because I like to buy those things. So if he's telling me, like, don't buy this, you don't need to spend your money on this, then he's not going to be for me.
Okay, so let me just start here. Is there a number he has to make in order to date you?
Be financially stable.
So what's the number?
Could he make $60K and be financially stable and date you? You got beautiful skin.
Oh, having to listen to that was hard, but it is what it is. Yeah, you have a woman who is all about material. A lot of I don't really hear any substance coming from her. It's all material. You got to be able to do this. You got to be able to do that. Travel. Buy me a bag. In other words, she didn't say buy her a bag, but just don't tell her what to do. Basically, you could basically tell why she's single. A lot of men are not gonna. That's not something that a lot of men are looking for. You can tell she says she's a corporate lawyer, meaning she knows how to argue. I'm not going to be there arguing with you. A lot of men are not going to be there arguing with you. So most men will steer away. She's looking for a man that is financially stable, which is fair. You're supposed to find a man that's financially stable, but you can tell that, yeah, a lot of men stay away from women like this. It's all material, no substance. Hopefully she finds what she's looking for, but most men are not going to want to date that. If you look expensive, a lot of men are going to be turned off because they understand that they're going to have to upkeep your lifestyle in some form. I know she said that the man doesn't have to buy the bag, but come on now, he's going to have to spend money on you, and you look like you have expensive taste. And a lot of men, you can call them cheap. You can call them cheap, but a lot of men, that's not going to be attractive to a lot of men. So you can see why she's single. But hopefully she finds what she's looking for. It's gonna be tough because they ain't gonna argue with you. They'll just leave you alone. Simple as that. Um, let's go. Let's go. Let's get into it. But let us know what you think in the comments. Can you find love and be materialistic? Let us know in the comments. Can you be materialistic and find love? Oh man, I saw this the other day. We have a young man. Apparently, the dad bought shoes for his son and not his stepbrother, or not his brother. Apparently, I think they were dating at one point. This man was dating a woman at one point, and she had a kid. Apparently, he used to provide for his kid as well as his stepkid, but when the relationship broke off, he decided to only spend money on his child only. Let's watch the little clip and give our feedback.
Go. Let me
Okay, and that's wrong because he usually buy your brother's shoes. But look at this petty dude.
That got nothing to do with me, man.
It do got something to do
with my kids, man. Them is not my kids.
Okay, but guess what? When you was with me, you was buying shoes.
I'm not with you though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not with you. Well, I'm taking care of my son. Anything outside of that, I do not owe you that. I do not owe them nothing. No, none of that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, just like a petty dude. Just like a petty. Yes, you will.
Matter of fact, you got dude laid up in here with you. He need to be taken
He
care of.
ain't got nothing.
Look, I know what to skip. There's a lot of lessons to be learned with this. First and foremost, stop trying to put your kids off on.
Oh man, oh man. You can see that the man is tired, man. I'm not saying he's tired, but I don't think he's responsible for your child, like your child with another man. Like you have another man living in the house, but you expect the man you used to date to take care of his kid as well as your kid with another man. These type of things are confusing. A lot of men are not gonna go for that. Like I'm not gonna provide for a kid that's not mine. I understand you might do it once in a while if the other kid is there. You just don't want to let them feel left out. But he's not obligated to take care of a kid that ain't his. And that's the problem with most women having multiple kids by different men. This situation comes up all the time. He only provides for his kid, and they have a problem with that. But it's sad, but most men are not going to be willing to take care of your kids from another man. It's just primal instincts. Like, it's not my duty to take care of that kid. Like, it is what it is. But shout out to Dad, man. Shout out to Dad, bro. He kept it 100. It's petty, but oh well. It is what it is. That's life, you know. Dad is taking care of his kid and only his kid, so you can't really blame him for that. If he's not taking care of his kid, it's a problem. If he's taking care of his kid, that's a problem. But let's watch this next clip of this young lady that does a tutorial on a get ready with me on how do I put this? She does a get ready with me makeup tutorial to explain why she's going on a date with another man to cheat on her husband. Let's get into it. I can't even explain. This is crazy. You're doing a makeup tutorial talking about how you're going to go cheat on your husband. Let's watch what she had to say and give our feedback.
To go cheat on my husband. Honestly, so tired of being unsatisfied in this relationship. I have not been happy in this relationship for a while now. My sons need a father figure. I'm a cheater, not a homewrecker. He doesn't even do what a man is supposed to do. He just goes to the kids' games. Bare minimum. The guy that's been texting me, on the other hand, goes above and beyond. He been sending me flowers, good morning texts, and he even paid for me to get my hair done. When a get ready with me to go cheat on my husband. Honestly, so tired of being unsatisfied in this relationship. I have not been happy in this relationship for a while now. My sons need a father figure. I'm a cheater, not a homewrecker. He doesn't even do what a man is supposed to do. He just goes to the kids' games. Bare minimum. The guy that's been texting me, on the other hand, goes above and beyond. He been sending me flowers, good morning texts, and he even paid for me to get my hair done. When a man truly values you, it shows. It's good to finally be appreciated. Can't judge me for doing what's best for my kids. One's about to comment that I could just leave. You don't even have a man. And your mama couldn't keep a man either. So I'ma just leave that there. At the end of the day, it's about the kids. Anyways, follow me if you want to see how the date goes.
All right. What? This is diabolical. She said her husband does the bare minimum and only goes to the kids' games. You have a new man or a side dude who is sending you flowers, sending you good morning text. I don't understand. You think that this man is going to take you seriously? You're cheating on your husband, man. He's not going to take you serious. Once he's done what he's done doing, once he's completed his mission, which is to hit, you're to the wayside. Most likely, you're thinking in your head that this man is going to keep this attention that you're getting up. Like he's out of there once he gets what he wants. Like he wants to find out if he can smash somebody's wife, and you're making it happen. It's just crazy to me how most women think that you're in a relationship. I'm watching you cheat on your husband, but I'm gonna take you serious. Like she belongs to the streets, man. I hope her husband finds out. I hope he leaves her, and hope he finds better because nobody deserves something like that. If you're gonna cheat on him, just might as well just leave, right? Might as well just leave if you're gonna cheat on your husband. I don't see the point. Most women go do something. Most women do this and expect the grass to be greener on the other side, and it's most likely it turns out bad. And most times most times this situation turns out bad. But I don't know why she thinks her situation is going to be any different. The man is going to smash. He's not going to take you serious. Why would I take you serious knowing what you just did to the last man? You you basically just, the man decided to put a ring on it, marry you, give you a family, give you a home, and that's his repayment. That's what you pay him with. Oh man, relationships in 2025, man. It's complicated, but hopefully the husband finds better, because that's sad. Imagine you going to work, back and forth to work, to provide for somebody who doesn't appreciate it. Yeah, that man deserves better, man. Deserves better. I just don't know what to tell you. All right. This next clip is DDG says that now he understands mothers are the reason for many absent fathers. Let's listen to what DDG had to say and give our feedback. Let's get into it. It says mothers are the reason for absent fathers. Let's watch it and give our feedback.
I always say a little shit on the internet like, I don't see how dads can't be in they son life and this and that. It be the mom, bro. It don't even be the dads for real. Like the dads want to be there, but if the mom ain't don't want you to be there, you can't be there. Like I was there the whole process, pulling his head out, everything. Like I should have just as much say so as possible. It's not cool, bro.
Yeah, it's not cool, DDG. Welcome to America, baby. You don't run it. The system runs it. And the system is for the women. What he's realizing is that he doesn't have as much rights as his baby mama to the child. Like, the child is probably what, 10% yours, 90% hers. He's figuring that out now. A lot of men don't. I understand a lot of men say, "Oh, I'll be there for my child regardless," blah, 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 until you're in that situation, until you're being manipulated, until you're being kept away from your kid. Like, most men want to be there. I've seen this firsthand. I've firsthand account. I've been there. I want to be there for my kid, but there's a barrier between you and your child, which is the mother. The state gives the mother the child, and you're just you're at you are at the what's the word I'm looking for? You are at the mercy of the courts. If the judge says you're not allowed to see your kid, you won't see your kid. But then you'll go back. You'll see a lot of women say that these men don't want to take care of their kid. No, you're just using the kid as a pawn in your little game. I've seen this firsthand. I've gone through this firsthand, so I know exactly what he's talking about. It sucks, but it's not your kid, bro. That's one thing you realize when you have a child. You don't control nothing. That woman controls you with that kid. Your kid is a pawn in her little game. And that's what he's realizing for the first time, that you can't control that situation. The court system controls that situation. You're just a pawn in the game. And they will use that child to control you. It just is what it is. And a lot of men will realize this, especially when you're in with the mother. So, yeah. So, I just hope. Make sure you have a child with the wife. Even if you have a child with your wife, you can still go through something like this. I've seen this. Like, in America, you don't control the narrative. The woman does, and that's what he's learning for the first time. So, yeah, it is what it is. This next one is pretty interesting. We have a young lady here this is what she said during her 30s, and this is what she's saying now in her 40s. A lot of women say, "Oh, I don't need no man. I don't need this. Da, 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 da. I can't settle for this." They'll tell you everything that they won't do until they're in certain situations. And for this woman's situation, she was in her 30s. She was running her mouth, talking about what she ain't gonna do. Now she's in her 30s. She has a moment of clarity. Let's watch. Let's watch the video and give our feedback. Let's watch and give our feedback, man. Let's see what she was saying in her 30s, 40s. Let's see what she was saying in her 30s versus her 40s.
For less.
Different life. You have the opportunity to marry a second or third or fourth or fifth wife.
Same person when she says she don't want to settle for less. Now waiting is all kogi there. She wants to settle for less with fourth wife or fifth wife. Now big cry, you cry.
Yeah, she's realizing that the same type of man that she could have had in her 30s are no longer there in her 40s. That's why she's willing to settle for anything. That's basically what it is. This is the big This is why you need older women to be able to talk to the younger ones and let them know that, hey, your options don't increase with the older you get; they decrease. So the men that you think you qualify for now in your 30s are not going to be there in your 40s. So this is what this young lady is realizing, and it's going to be a hard pill to swallow. Now she's willing to be a fourth, third, and fifth wife, even. Can you imagine? You did all that talking in your 30s. Now you're in your 40s. Now you're willing to settle. I can't settle for no nonsense. Okay, we'll see. Let only time will tell. But yeah. Let's go into it. This next one is a clip of this young lady that explains what her father went through when he was married to his mother. Married to her mother. Why husbands can't win. The impossible expectations. Let's get into it. Let's watch it and give our feedback.
And there's financial stress, divorce. If they're working too much and they're never home, divorce. I lived that. My dad worked very hard. He traveled a lot. You know why? Because my mom liked horses and wanted to have a horse farm. But he worked too much. You can't have both. You can't. How's he going to have the farm and the horses and all the bells and whistles and we go to horse shows and stuff, but he's home all the time? Like, what do you, expect him to win the lottery? That makes no sense. And I hate that men are put in this position where you can't win no matter what you do if they don't.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. You see a lot of women say,
Make enough money?
Tell you what they want. I want a man to stay at home, and I want him to provide as well. You can't have both. We see a lot of men in this situation. A lot of women demand, "Hey, I want a man that provides this, that." That goes back to the last conversation with that black lady that was cheating on her husband. She said that the husband wasn't doing enough. So, would she rather sacrifice the lifestyle that she's living for his presence, or something has to give? Like, you can't have everything. If he's working all the time trying to provide a lifestyle for you, he can't be there physically. And that's what a lot of men are going through. Like, they're stuck. They're like wondering, I can't win. You can't win in that situation. You heard what she had to say. Her dad went through this. He was never home because he provided a lifestyle that the mother wanted. But then when the mother she had everything. So, of course, okay, she wants something else. And so she got divorced. And this is the case for a lot of men that are providers. You can't expect a man to provide and be there at the same time. It's not practical. But this is why it's dangerous, man. You want your husband to be there 24/7, but you want him to work at the same time. Oh man. It's hard being a man, but you'll see a lot of women say, "Oh, being a man is easy." No, it's not. So we got to work for our value, man. It is very difficult being a man. Very difficult. We have to meet high expectations. You got to be in the top 10. It's a lot of competition, but just make sure you pick the right woman. It's easy to say pick the right woman, but the person that you marry is not the person that divorces you. Just know that. All right, you already know how we love our Pop the Balloon on this show, man. This is a little scene from Pop the Balloon. I guess this woman you see in the black, she has a little interesting thing happen here on this episode. Let's watch it and give our feedback. Here we go. Let's get into it.
Be big on the 50-50 and things like that. In the past, I never done 50-50 with a woman. I always feel like, me personally, I want to be the guy to be that provider. That's who I am.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you need that?
That's hers. Yeah, that's her balloon.
You want to keep it? Okay.
Damn.
Let's go find out why she popped.
Why you pop your balloon?
Because you didn't go and get it for me.
Because I didn't get that balloon for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to see how bad you wanted that balloon. That's the reason why I didn't get it for
Not
you.
that bad, because you didn't get it for me.
I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that, love. For sure. I can give you another one. You want to get another one? You see what I'm saying? You see how you do me, though?
Wait, what you
So
say?
you run a strict program, too, huh?
If you go and get it, yes, I will take another balloon.
Go get you one.
No, if you,
Let's bring up a balloon.
said if you go get it.
I gotta go get the balloon? Oh, I'm good, love. I'm fine. Look, that ship done left the dock.
Now they all pop their balloon. Brother, you should just went and got the balloon, man. But these popping the balloons are funny because women's, I don't know. You don't know what these women want. I guess she wanted somebody that is catering. Getting your balloon is catering. I guess. But unfortunately for him, they wanted to see if he was willing to go above and beyond for them. So that's probably why they popped their balloon. But these pop the balloon challenges are funny. I ain't gonna hold you. They're too funny. All right, let's get into it. All right, this next clip of Tracy Ellis Ross keeps it real. Men my age have toxic masculinity. Let's listen. Man, she had a lot to say. She had a lot to say during this podcast with Michelle Obama. But let's watch what she had to say. Give our feedback, and let's get into it.
Steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or prize and I have no interest in it and I will not do it again.
I'm sorry. No.
She basically saying she wasn't feeling the traditional
culture.
She can date a traditional man, basically. Most men are going to be traditional, want their woman by their side, catering to them, and she probably wasn't with it. I think on this podcast she also talks about dating younger men. So when you do that, you're not going to have high expectations for these men, as well as you're not. She's going to be able to control those situations with younger men. Older men are going to have expectations for you. Younger men are just going with the flow because they're not looking at you for anything but sex. You're an older woman. All they want from you is sex. They don't want nothing else. Maybe money. Maybe she's providing for these male. Maybe she's providing for these men monetarily. So they'll deal with you, but for marriage, they're not gonna look at you at that light, because at some point they're gonna have those toxic masculinity traits come out, just as the older men did. So it's a real tricky situation with Tracy Ellis Ross, man. She says she likes younger men, man. Well, that's all there is right now for you. Unfortunately, older men are just going to be turned off because you're not willing to give them what they want. So I guess it is better to stay with the younger men who will put up with your attitude, who will put up with your behavior, because they're getting some form of financial benefit. So, yeah, shout out to her. I guess she's living her best life though, but you could tell that she's just floundering through life, man. She won a relationship, but she's trying to say she doesn't want it. But come on now. Who doesn't want to be in a real relationship? Yeah. But older men are not going to be attracted by that. Not by any means. All right, let's get into it. Oh, man. So this little clip I saw on the internet of this man basically trying to make, I guess he's the stepfather, and he's trying to put trying to make his stepson responsible. Let's watch the clip and give our feedback by asking him to cut the grass.
Hey, before you go, let me talk to you real quick. Why is my son blowing me up and text me talking about you tripping and asking him to cut the front yard and the backyard? What's up with that?
He's a young man, ain't he?
Yeah, but he only 17 years old.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
But you think a 17-year-old supposed to be cutting grass?
No, my baby don't know how to do that.
Well, is it time for him to learn?
He in school. He got finals coming up.
What that got to do with yard work? You know what? Let me say this. You know what? I was cutting grass ever since I was 6, 7 years old.
Wow.
This boy 17 years old. Don't you think he need to learn how to do men stuff? He growing.
He do men stuff when he get out on that field. Hold up, let me tell you, when he get out on that field and he play ball and he get his grades, that's men stuff. So he can make a better future for us. Yard work, that's why we got you.
You funny.
Okay.
You got to be funny.
How am I funny?
You know, you think a 17-year-old boy gonna live up in this house here and he ain't gonna do no man work. That what you think? What you trying to raise? A boy or a girl? Let me know now, because we'll put him in the kitchen. If you didn't want to put him in the yard, but you gonna have to do something.
He take the trash out, check the mail.
Are you serious?
Clean his room. That's good enough. Some kids don't even do that.
You know what? That's why he like he is right now.
Okay.
Because his mama. You want to mama him. That's why. He's just like he is now. He don't want to do no men work. He want to hang around, play them PlayStation and play them games all day long and be on his cell phone. And he want to look at me cut the grass. Watch me cut.
He is a young, impressionable boy. He can do that.
You know
Give
what?
him a break.
You know what? I'm done talking to you.
Man, and you see why you can't have women raising boys, because you'll get this kind of attitude. How do you have a man? How can you make a man? How do you make a boy into a man? You got to be able to have responsibilities and be able to produce. You know, like, how do you expect them to go into the real world not knowing how to do yard work, not knowing how to be responsible? This is the reason why women can't raise men, because men have to understand that you have to be responsible. There are things that men just naturally do. And this older gentleman here is trying to explain to her why he needs to do these things so he can have some form of discipline when he goes into the real world. This is why you see a lot of women complaining about these men don't do nothing. Imagine if he goes into his girlfriend's house or something like that. What is he going to be doing? Playing video games? Getting the mail? Throwing out the trash? That's not even bare minimum, right? He's trying to instill some form of discipline into this young man before he goes out into the real world. And you can tell that the mother is enabling his laziness. This is why we can't have women raise boys, because you see how they turn out. A lot of women are complaining, who raised these boys? Who raised these boys? Their mama. Their mamas raised them. So this is one of the reasons. This is a perfect example of why women can't raise boys, because they need to learn how to be disciplined before they get into the real world. So shout out to old school, man. Shout out to old school. You can tell old school don't play no games. He's ready to throw down. Oh, man. Oh. Let's get into it, man. We have this clip of Charleston White talks about Anthony Edwards walking away from his baby mama. Let's listen to what Charleston had to say. Give our feedback afterwards. Let's get into it. See what Charleston had to say, man. You know Charleston ain't gonna hold back for nothing. But let's play the clip. Give our feedback.
Situations like this whole Anthony Edwards situation where he just went on and paid the child support. He don't want to have nothing to do with the baby, even though he made the baby and did what it took. He don't want to have nothing to do with it. He just, I think he's a hero to black men. Not only that, I think it's okay to walk away from the baby. Man, fuck that baby. You done had a baby with his hoe. Man, y'all just fucking. Man, this bitch already got a baby by another nigga.
y'all just fucking having fun and she want to ruin the fun by keeping the baby. Man, bitch, abort the baby. Man, come on now. You done aborted some before. You done aborted some before, and then when you get mad at me, guess what? It's your baby, remember? Right. When the black woman get mad at you, don't she say, this is my baby? You can't tell me what to do with this baby. And don't, when you have a baby by the black woman, she take 100% control of your legacy. So, nigga, why would you stay there? Fuck that baby. Right. She got 100% control of it. If she don't want to get his baby my last name, he won't have my last name. She gets to shape his mind of how he see me. Fuck that baby. Granddad and them did, and they fared out well. So this group of men saying, man, you can't walk off on the baby. Why not? We were just fucking. She knew that. Well, you should have used a rubber. She should have made me. So
we'll get into that a little bit.
Don't you say this?
In a way, Charleston is right. You have a lot of women say it's my body, my choice, my baby, my child. You know, they say this all the time. A man has no right to give his input on what I do with my body. All right, well then, why can't you take responsibility? Why do women run the child support if it's your baby, your body, your choice, everything? Like, why am I responsible financially if you can get rid of the baby but I can't? How? So this is one of the reasons why a lot of men are not in their kids' lives, because they didn't plan on having a child. I'm not saying I don't think it's smart. I don't think it's responsible to just be nutting in any chick. But at some point, when there's accountability on the woman's part, because in this whole scenario, there is no accountability. She can get rid of the child if she didn't want it. She can keep it and make you pay child support. But what about the accountability on her part? So I think that's what Charleston is talking about, saying that you can walk away from the baby. That's you being accountable. Or that's you holding her accountable by just leaving her with the child, because she's the one making all the decisions. She has all the cards in her hand. She has the right to say she don't want it. She has the right to keep it. She has the right to put you on child support. She even tell you that it's not your child. So why not just leave her with all of responsibility? Right? So it's a real tricky situation. A lot of people are not going to like that take, but it is what it is. You know, because a lot of men are just tired. I'm tired of situations where women use their child against them, or women hold that baby over their head. So it is what it is. Just be careful out there. Use a condom. Don't get me wrong. Anthony Edwards should be responsible for taking care of the child, regardless. A lot of people are not gonna like that, but it is what it is. He should be able to take. He should have the right, but he also has the right not to be there too. So you can't force him to be a father. So hopefully, a lot of people learn from that situation. Let's move on to the next one. We have another pop the balloon clip with this young man. Just he said he's just living his life, and a lot of women would not. We're not interested. But let's watch the clip and give our feedback. Get into it.
I just live.
You just live? Okay.
You.
Okay, you do have a few pop balloons. Let's find out why the ladies pop.
Hi, my name is Jasmine. I am 37 and I'm in education. So when you said you just live, what does that mean? Like,
ain't you living?
Just living.
Ain't you living?
I am living.
Okay, I'm doing the same thing you doing. I'm living.
I love. That's fine.
Why you do that?
Okay. Hold on. No. Hold on. Let's come back here.
Let me come back. My bad, Miss Denise.
All right.
My bad.
Deshae.
My bad.
Okay. Can you give us your name, your age, and your occupation?
My name is Lovey, better known as Dark China. I am a social media influencer on TikTok, and I am a CEO of my own company. I do e-commerce as well as I do a trucking company. And
Okay, and why did you pop?
So they basically popped this balloon because this man said, I am just living. A lot of women want somebody that's doing something. Bro, you just can't just be living. You got to have goals. You got to have ambition. You got to have something going on for yourself. You can't just come on, pop the balloon, and be like, oh, man, I'm just here because I'm here. That's not going to be attractive to nobody, bro. Just be real with you. You're going to have to go get some business about yourself. Go out there and work, man. Be productive in life. A lot of women want to see that. Nobody wants to date somebody just floundering around life, not knowing where they're going, no direction, no nothing. So I don't blame them for popping a balloon, man. You got to have a business about you, man. You got to have something going. And, yeah, this brother just came for fun. He just came to have fun, man. And that's okay, but don't expect women to be attracted to that. Just be real. Don't expect women to be attracted to that at all, man. Oh man, this next clip is of a couple. The guy is well off, and he takes his girl on a date. I know in the black community they say, "Oh man, a white man would never ask me to go half on nothing," but this white man did. He didn't give a damn, and he's rich. Let's watch the clip. Give our feedback.
Really care about Katie, but I'm not going to be anyone's bank. I'm just not. How's your day?
It was good. I hung out with Natalie today, and then I took a nap.
You staying a motivated boo bear?
I mean, you know me. I get sidetracked.
Focusing is one of the hardest parts of trying to create something for yourself, right? Like I get up early and I'm like working while you're still cuddling, looking cute.
I'm not the worst. You make me sound like...
You're not the worst, but you don't wake up early.
I mean, I wake up at 10 on average. Einstein slept for 10 hours though, so that's where I get my defense.
Yeah. When I'm texting you and I get a text back at 2:30 p.m. for the first time. I understand that Katie's still trying to figure out what she wants to do, but do I wish that she was more motivated to kind of be an entrepreneur and create something for herself? I'm like, yeah, 100%. So do you want to split this?
You want to split the check?
You just know how I feel about, contributing equally to a relationship, both monetarily and otherwise.
I don't expect you to pay everything, but obviously it's a lot easier for you to afford.
So I think we should split it.
I don't think that Kevin truly understands what it's like for me financially. And it bothers me because I'm obviously struggling.
It's how you were raised to be more traditional, and it's how I was raised to be more
frugal. If anyone thinks I'm a gold digger, I would laugh in their face because Kevin hasn't given me a dime, and that's pretty much it.
So it never crosses your mind that, she may not be able to afford this?
No. I really care about Katie, but I'm not going to be anyone's bank.
You hear it there. This is his girlfriend.
I'm just not.
She, basically you could tell that she wants to live off this man, and he having no parts of it. I think she lives in the house with him. He's well off. He's rich. He's a rich young man, and his girlfriend knows that, and she expects him to pay for everything, but he's not going for it. He wants her to contribute evenly. Is that wrong? Is that wrong? You're not married. You're his girlfriend, but she expects him to pay for everything. Paying for dinner is not bad, but he's obviously being cautious the way he deals with it because she's giving gold digger vibes. And who wants to date a gold digger, man? Let's be real. So he goes on dates. I guess he takes care of everything, and he actually wants her to contribute. So is that wrong? Let us know in the chat, man. Is that wrong? Should you expect your woman to contribute some form of the lifestyle? Let us know in the chat. Is he wrong for expecting her to hold her own? Let us know in the chat. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but most women are not going to like that. You can tell by the way she threw a credit card that she was not feeling that. He told her to pay half of the bill. I think that part was a little petty, but he wants to see her hold her own, and there's nothing wrong with that. He doesn't want her depending on him, so I think that's fair. Most men want to keep their income and want to see you doing something. You just hanging around trying to leech off of me is not going to work. That's basically what he's saying. But yeah. Somebody said, this is what black feminism looks like when they realize men control the market. Let's listen. And this woman says she's tired of dating and ready to be a hoe. Let's listen and don't judge. Let's listen to what she had to say and give our feedback. Let's get into it.
Ghosted me this morning. Who the f*** does that? I'm done. I'm done dating. I decided I'm going to be a total hoe. If men can do that, I'm going to do that. I don't want no commitment. I'm just going to do my thing, and I'm done dating. Like, I don't need that in my life at all. It's so hard to find genuine men. I have been in this dating world since, July, whatever. I haven't found one person that is a suitable candidate because they're all fucking assholes. What? Like, it's just nuts. I'm fucking 51 years old, and I'm about to stop my slutty era. I don't care what anybody says. Can't get pregnant, which is great. But I'm going to do that. I really decided I don't want to date nobody. I don't want to catch feelings. And
well, ma'am, I'm 51 years. I doubt that there hasn't been men who wanted to sweep you off your feet. This is hard to believe. You can tell that you was a catch back in the day. You just didn't want to settle. Now you're in your 50s and you're mad that men don't want to settle for you. When you were in your prime, you didn't want to settle. So the men that you're dating are probably in their prime and they don't want to settle for you. So can you really be mad at them? And you say you don't care anymore, you ready to be a hoe. Okay. I don't know who you think that's going to hurt. It's actually working in men's favor if you say that, because they're just going to sleep with you and move on with the next. So I don't know. Let us know in the chat, man. This is a good strategy to just go out there and hoe it. Knowing all the STDs that are out there, she's ready to be a hoe at 51. That's wild. But let us know. Let us know what you think. Leave a comment. Should you be a hoe in your 50s? Let us know, because that's very interesting. Very interesting. Get into it. All right. Let's get into it. This one is a young lady that says she's tired of life. She's tired of life and getting up and going to work every day. She's ready to quit. Let's listen to what she has to say and give our feedback.
Post. Like, something happens when you hit 30 that, like, everything you worked for, all of a sudden, like, one day you just wake up and you're over it. And that is me. I am so grateful for the job that I have. I'm so grateful for the home I was able to purchase. All of this. Lately, I don't want any of it. I'm so, like, every day, I'm like, if I get fired, I work in oil and gas, so that can always happen. If I get fired, I am selling my home and I am moving to Thailand. And I'm making this video to mark me. Or I will at least have my home. I really want to put it on housing. And move. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this for the next 20 years. I don't. And I think this is the first time I've ever felt this way in my life. Like, I'm like, I was working for this job. I was working to buy a house. And now that I've got it, I don't want it. This is all a game. This is a joke. It's a scam. If you don't have no kids, and you ain't got no job right now, and you got 5,000 in your bank account, leave. 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 My job.
Oh man, I bet you a lot of people feel this way. She's 30, got her own house, and bills. She's seeing how you get tired of getting up every day and going to work. This is what life in America is like. You feel overwhelmed. Is this going to be my life for the next 20 years? Especially when she ain't got kids. She ain't got, you can tell she probably ain't got no boyfriend either. But this is what men got to do. We got to work, get up every day and go to work. She obviously went to school, graduated, did all that, accomplished all her goals, but she's still not happy. You're still not happy. Going to work every day is not going to be fulfilling for most people, and that's what she's realizing. Getting up every day, going to work is not fulfilling. You get tired, you get burnt out. That's probably where she's at right now. She's burnt out, and a lot of people feel this way. Getting up every day, going to work, doing the same routine, it's draining. You will be tired of doing the same thing over and over again. And that's what she's encountering with life. Are you feeling the same? Let us know in the comments. Are you tired of getting up every day and going to work? Let us know how you feel. And yeah, let's keep it pushing. Feel for her, man. A lot of people are going through it. Nobody wants to get up every single day and go to work. And it's a lot. Oh, man. I saw this clip of a man confronts his wife and her quote-unquote lover, allegedly. We don't know if this is her lover or not, with a gun because he feels that she's cheating with her coworker who works at Amazon. I'm sure, I think both of them work at Amazon. So he confronts his wife and his wife's lover. Let's watch the clip and give our feedback.
Nigga, I was at the fucking house when your car was in your yard. So I'm fucking out of here. I know you fucking leave. Well, what the fuck you doing with her? You your wife know this. You your wife know you fucking with her. Well, why is everything fucking? Yeah.
Basically, the husband caught his wife with this gentleman that he works with. She obviously works with. She's saying that, oh, it's nothing. But, brother, it's not worth it, man. Just leave the relationship. I know it sucks. Your wife is with her coworker. You already know what's going on. That's her work husband. Let's keep it 100. And it's not worth it losing your everything you've worked for in life. Just over your wife. Just get divorced, man. Just get divorced. I don't think she's worth it, in my opinion. So hopefully he finds better, man. It sucks out here, man. How do you get caught with your coworker? The husband brings a gun to confront you. I think that tells you a lot, man. Stay away from people's wives. Stay away from people's wives because he could have easily blown your head off. Easily. But we listen and we don't judge. All right. The next one is about a woman who is angry at her fiance because he wants a prenup. So, yeah, let's watch the clip and give our feedback, man. Let's get into it. Well, sir, if you don't get that prenup, you'll definitely regret it. Because I could look into this woman's eyes and I could tell, bruh, you can tell. You can just see the devil in her eyes, man. I hope he does get this prenup because if he doesn't, he'll pay dearly. You can tell that she ain't feeling him. Look at bruh, she's with you for the money, man. If it wasn't for the money, she wouldn't be there. You could just tell. Who would have a problem with a prenup if your intentions are pure? If you don't have intentions of leaving, why should it even matter? Right? If you plan on not leaving him, the prenup shouldn't matter. You should just sign it. But you already know that she has some ulterior motives. So I would definitely get that prenup. Make sure it's signed, sealed, and approved. This is a contract. Marriage is a contract. And if you don't get it, you'll definitely regret it in the future. You'll definitely regret it. So don't fall for these. Oh my God, do I look like a gold digger? Oh my God, I would never do that to you. I would never leave you. All right, keep playing if you want to. You'll find out the hard way. But make sure you get that prenup before you leave that even walk. Before you make any other moves, get that prenup by any means. Period. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the next clip, man. This is our last clip of the day, which is similar to the previous one. We got another young lady who says that, oh my God, why do I need a prenup? What do you need that for? You don't trust me? Let's watch. See what she had to say.
Asking me for a prenup. I'm hurt, confused, and scared really of what is Don really thinking?
Prenuptial agreements are there to protect the person with the money. Yours is yours, and what's mine is mine.
We're talking about the most uncomfortable, ugliest part of engagement, and we're not even there yet. So I just want to see where his mind's really at. I went ahead and spoke to a lawyer just to get information, and he kind of just explained to me what the prenup is and what it entails. But my question is, why do we really need one?
I've had a pretty large company even before I met you. So if we get married and then you decide to divorce me next year, then you leave with half of it, that's not fair.
But why are you already thinking about that?
Babe, something that I have to think about. I don't know why Danny's so surprised. The prenup's obviously something that we need to have in place. I built a business long before she even came into the picture, and I have to protect that. You want to get married? I'm trying to work with you.
I don't want to be emotional. I'm just not sure if you're doing this because you don't trust me or you're not sure about our future.
Well, I think you're overthinking it.
I don't know how to explain this to you. I feel like you're not understanding what I'm saying.
I am understanding. It's not my intentions to leave you. I hope that's not your intention.
It's not. I didn't even think about that. You're the one thinking about that.
It's just the reality of what makes sense.
I feel like you're not listening to me.
Are you trying to convince me out of a prenup?
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like a business. I don't want to feel like a transaction. Marriage shouldn't feel that way,
You're being ridiculous. I've worked really hard for a lot of years to build my company, build my assets. Even before me and Danny started dating, my net worth was already, multi-millions. And as me and Danny have been dating, I'm worth a lot more now, millions more. And I have to protect it just in case, hey, worst case scenario, something doesn't work and me and Danny have to part ways. It definitely sucks to see her cry and be hurt about it, but I just can't hand, half of it away, regardless of how much I love her. It's just business.
Can't believe Don's disrespecting my character.
Bro, don't fall for these crocodile tears, man. You're going to be the one crying at the end if it goes wrong. Well, you know, the funny thing about these situations is when the woman has the money, they have no problem bringing up that prenup. Women advocate for prenup when they're the ones who have the money. Why shouldn't he advocate for a prenup? He's protecting himself, as he should. You can tell she's trying to be manipulative. She definitely is trying to take this guy's money. And like I said in the previous video, if you're not going to leave him, why should it matter? All right. And this is one of the things that they refuse to answer. Why does it matter if you're not going to leave him? Obviously, you have intentions of leaving him. That's why you don't want that prenup in place. Oh, man. In America, marriage is a business. I don't understand why people don't understand that. Marriage is a business, and if you don't treat it as such, you will face the consequences in the end. So, bro, make sure you get that prenup. Make sure you know exactly what you want. Make sure you're protected and put on that seatbelt. That's basically what a prenup is. It's a seatbelt that protects your assets. So, yeah, man. Man, that was a good show. I want to thank everybody for watching. Let us know what you think, man. Leave a comment leave us a comment. Let us know what you think, and give us feedback. Make sure you follow us on Real African Stars on TikTok, Instagram, as well as follow us at Real Joey 365 on Instagram. I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. And I'm out.